Hi there, signs of Gemini. This is Kim here to do a reading for you guys. So, for the people that have shown up to this reading, we'll pull a Celtic cross from you, opening up for your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels to give me these messages right away, like just cutting. 10 of Pentacles, Chariot. So right away, I'm just noticing really good energy. I'm feeling good energy. Could be about a strategy here. All right. So I have Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot. It will help me navigate messages for you that you are meant to hear within these next 3 days, because they should help you for your future now moment. At least that's the intention. It's for your highest good. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Gemini? What's going on with them now? It is general, so we'll probably apply it to different areas, just according to what you feel. What's going on? Good. I do too for the outcome. Okay. Hermit is on the bottom of the deck. Temperance here in the recent past. Okay, Temperance, especially like with this is Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot. It says finding life's balance. That is definitely what Temperance is about. But you can see on the card that there's all of these different circuits going on. Kind of like there's all these things underneath it all, or in the background, that is being connected for you. So this card is also about divine timing and patience as things are being put together for you. You could be in this hermit mode right now. Could be in hermit mode right now. Queen of Pentacles underneath that. Let's get another deck here to see. We'll clarify what this divine timing was about, or what the patience is about. For Gemini, what is Temperance about here? Patience. Another card that means patience in the tarot. You have two main cards, actually. Well, I guess the Hangman. I don't look at the Hangman as patience, because we don't necessarily want to be in the Hangman position. Sometimes we just find ourselves in that position. But these two cards both mean patience. Have patience, because like with the Seven of Pentacles, when you're looking at your field, if you were a farmer looking at your field, it's telling you to judge, not by your harvest, by what's actually grown that you can see, that you can pick, but by the seeds that you've sown that day. And there's actually a quote that's very specific to that. It's telling you to be patient, because right now you're planting the seeds for long-term planning. Like, so even if these, especially if these are changes that are within yourself, then the choices you're making right now are really important to your long-term success and progress, right? So it's a big and heavy on the patience with this, with yourself, with life, heavy on that. All right, Four of Cups is the issue, with the King of Wands being as the challenge. Now, the King of Wands kind of just wants to, I would say, be kind of fast about something. I would think that, because it's a Wands energy. They're wanting to build something. They're wanting to overcome obstacles, challenges. They want it done kind of now. I'm just getting that. I'm getting the feeling with the Four of Cups that there's a little bit of impatience, or the feeling of becoming withdrawn in a sense because you really want something to be built, or you have a vision about something that you want to grow. So, and it does say the natural born leader. Okay, so the Four of Cups here, it says check your blind spot. Make sure you check your blind spot, because there's usually an Ace of Cups that's coming that we might not see if we're so withdrawn, or if we're you know, sheltering ourselves too much in a way. It can talk about boredom, though. It can talk about boredom. I would say that there's something coming for you, though, too, especially with the sun being here in the environment, the world being part of your outcome. I would say there is something coming. So maybe give me more information on the Four of Cups. Yeah, there is something coming. There's change coming. The Knight of Swords and another Temperance energy. The Knight of Swords is about fast change. They're wanting you to have, they're being funny. They're wanting you to have patience with this energy that's making you feel like I need to seize the day right now, right this moment. Not that it can't happen right now, but I think because you've got Seven of Wands with the World, and pardon me for jumping around here, but I think because you have this in your outcome, they're saying that there's going to be something lined up, like a sign or synchronicity, something that really lets you know, okay, now is the time to take action, or now is when we seize the day. So I would be expecting some changes, and when they happen, they'll happen pretty quick. But in the meantime, right now, there's just patience needed with this process. Let's get another deck out, the 108 deck. I want to see what it is. What exactly are they? Like, if they can pinpoint what the patience is about, that would be good. But the feeling of uncertainty, know that that's changing. I think that's what they're wanting to show you, are these two cards. That you may be uncertain right now, and you may be feeling like nothing's ever going to change. But know that that too is an emotion that, yes, we can be in it for a while, and in this body, experiencing time the way that we do can make us feel uncertain whether there's going to be any changes whatsoever. Something to me, it feels like something that's going to uplift your mood from this uncertain times feeling. It is changing, though. It is. There's all kinds of magic and alchemy going on. They are wanting me to point out that the Temperance is also known as like the Earth Angel card. Yeah. I have another deck that specifically talks about that, like an Earth Angel being on duty. So maybe you feel like there's something about part of your purpose that you're wanting to take action on. Maybe you don't know exactly what that is, but feeling this energy of, I don't know, about to step into a big time leadership position or something. It's something brand new. So it will be a new beginning. It will be a new start, as we have the Baby card with cardinal signs. And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. But it says you have unlimited potential, and this is like the birth of a new phase for you. So have patience with the birth of a new phase coming about in your life. I think your heart is wanting it. Your heart is already, your heart has already envisioned what it is that you want with the Three of Wands. This is in the heart of the matter. It says a journey into the unknown. You could definitely be exploring your heart more than ever, and what it is that would make you feel, I don't know, passionate, make you feel like alive. It says, Three of Wands says standing on the precipice. Where are you going? What will you do once you get there? The light on the horizon calls to you. It is about the journey. But this person has binoculars. They're seeing into their future. They're the ones they're visualizing this for themselves, right? They're visualizing this future. Tell me a little bit more about, it feels like what the heart is going to create. And you know, the Three of Wands can also be partnerships and relationships coming in for the purpose of creation and expansion. And right now there's something that you're wanting to invest in yourself about. Is Ace of Pentacles is in the, you're, okay, maybe it's about traveling somewhere different, going somewhere different. Okay, all right. What they're giving me with this is that having the funds to expand on a vision that requires you to be in a different place, maybe be in a different environment. Sometimes the Six of Swords can mean that our mind has gone from something that was conflicting or negative, possibly even being pulled in different directions, to something more smooth. But for a lot of you all, I feel like this is an investment in a journey, in a specific journey. Yeah. So, in a way, that opportunity is the one that's going to come in as you're investing in yourself, as you're investing in your vision. Oh. Okay. Okay. Also, okay. And how are you feeling? Like I say, like there needs to be more passion in your life, or more passion, something to do with the bedroom energy, just sexual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, love affair, nap, sleep on it, alone time, oasis, retiring, dream time, astral travel, call it a day. The Five of Wands is in the how are you feeling, and it says best laid plans. Tell me about that. The Ten of Cups. Your Ten of Cups. It's a plan for your, I think we're just navigating and trying to remain focused, you know, because you can look at the Five of Wands as being a card where the energy could be scattered. It could be hard to focus in this energy. This could be within ourselves. It doesn't always have to be like the people around you or energy around you, but this is about what you're feeling. Oh, and they're telling me the word restless. Okay, restless feeling for your Ten of Cups. Your Ten of Cups is really showing up because you already know that you can achieve this, that you, you know, I think of it as the desire that is, it's kind of coming a little bit from Rumi, but I don't know the exact quote. I think he said, what you desire desires you, something like that. But the way that I see it is, if there's a desire put into your heart, if there's any feeling of boredom or apathy for something that's going on, that it could possibly be, or more than likely, is a desire that's put there from your future self that has already experienced it, or that is experiencing what it is that you really want for happiness, for completion. And so it is good to know that what you desire, where you want to live, what type of work you want to do, kind of person do you want to keep company around you, if any. Maybe you want to be in hermit mode. So whatever it is that desire is, it's coming from another reality where you have manifested it. That's why it's showing up. That's why that quote is saying it's already yours. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So I think you are feeling good, but I think you're trying to deal with the restlessness of this, of wanting this to happen kind of like now. Want this to happen now. His son, your Nine of Cups. All right. Yeah, and the Hangman and your the Hangman and the Star and the Nine of Cups. The Star and the Nine of Cups are with the Sun too. I mean, come on. This is what's coming in this is in the environment. So this is the energy shifts that you should be feeling right now, is that yes, you are in some sort of place where you're in hangman mode. And like I said before, the hangman mode is not the most comfortable. Yes, it is a place where we can gain a lot of insight, We can get a new perspective. However, we're not exactly wanting to be hanging in this spot. But enlightenment occurs. And the Star and the Nine of Cups are both your wishes being fulfilled, wishes being granted. So we're just we know that we're in this period where it's coming. It's coming. We're just we're waiting on something. That's what I get from it. And there's a lot of significance here with this. Them trying to let you know that, the sun's coming, the star's coming, your wishes, your fulfillment. Okay, they're saying that you've had to go through lots of sacrifices here. Your spirituality means a lot to you with the cross. Yeah, your spirituality means a lot for you. The Hangman is about the sacrifice of the sacrifices we're making, perhaps for what we want our dreams to manifest as, or how we want them to come about. Like, what are the steps that we're doing to take to get to those points? Sometimes it does require some sort of a sacrifice for us, because we know that this outcome or this ending, this thing that we really want, is there. I feel like you're part of a plan here, a purpose-driven plan. Something about spirit knocking on your door and you answered the call. So you probably also experienced some trials and tribulations in life, right, with this too. And you're more than ready for the sun energy, I think. Yeah, more than ready for the sun energy. All right, the Nine of Wands here at the top, and the Seven of Wands, as well as the Three of Wands again. Seven of Wands up here on your outcome, but this is also clarifying it. So you have 7, 7 right next to each other. That means that, and this is the goal and the destiny. Look, I'm seeing this as the person that's going to get their vision. They're going to achieve their vision and their expansion. This journey has been arduous. It has been one of spiritual warfare. It has been one of loss and of hope, of good times and of bad. But yet you still stand strong. Your spirit never gave up. And your body's never given up. And that's why we're feeling the Nine of Wands. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I will still stand strong. That's what I get from it. And the Seven of Wands, I think, is the signs and synchronicities letting you know when and how to assert yourself, when to move forward. So I see that you do that. You end up moving forward after all that you've been through. Maybe a little bit exhausted because of all of this. 999. And yeah, so tell me about Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, the Hierophant in the reverse. The Eight of Swords. So some of you are going to be coming out of a commitment or a high level contract, something that was divinely guided. We're going to be like asserting ourselves. It's to free ourselves from something here. Oh, okay. Wow, they're going a little bit deeper than that with me. Yeah, it can mean that we've asserted ourselves in coming out of like a marriage or a contract or something that we felt tied to. No. No, this is about going back to getting back into your godlike energy with the Emperor after you experienced something that was so intense that you felt like communication or you felt like something happened with your communication with God or with the higher power because of answering a call and the sacrifices that were required of you. And it's like now, I know that's a weird message, but it's coming through that this is coming back online, and that you're never really caught. There's just a very hard experience that feels like one that you had to get through. Maybe it was something your soul wanted to learn. I don't know, or experience here. That I don't pretend to really make sense out of all of the things that we experience here, or the struggle or the strife. All I know is you're going to be put in your Emperor energy, and that is big boss, making your own rules in a way. We have two very powerful, action-oriented, the King of Swords, the Emperor. Can you tell me more about this? So for others of you all, that's going to be a definite like disconnection from a contract that's just simply over. It was something that you felt tied to for a while, and maybe in a hangman mode for a while. Yeah, maybe I see that too. So it could be that something absolutely just changed and let you know in some way with the empty nest card that you'll be moving on, that there is a cycle completion, that you graduated. Look, I think it's spirit. I think it's spirit and your angels saying that you graduated a tough situation where you felt disconnected. The connection's back and strong, really, but it was you're never really there was just something about what you wanted to experience. I can't really explain it. I guess it's because I'm not getting anything specific. Maybe because of it's being different people. Was a situation that made you feel like you were the only one, but you're not. You graduated. There's something that you, I don't know, you passed just by experiencing it. So the cake is like your Four of Wands, and it's bringing in celebration, ceremony. And look, I'm telling you, graduation. So graduation can mean anything that you would really celebrate, big milestones here on Earth. But to me, this is like, no, it's giving a very like abstract, metaphysical. You came here, you had a very hard experience, but immediately when you're born, it's like you're disconnected. You had to experience something because you wanted to, and now something about the connection being very strong right now and lit up. Maybe you found it more in hermit mode or after what you've went through. So it seems like you may have saved the best for last here with the balloons, with high vibe, freedom, stress-free, independence, and letting go. It also says ascension. So graduating. This may be the ascension here also. Graduating. It feels like your consciousness is expanded more to be like more and more merged with all that is consciousness, divine consciousness. It just feels like there's more. See, it's always connected, but the awareness is how it gets infused, and then it helps you become like the magician, you know. And that's the energy I'm picking up on, is that because of this awareness, because this connection is just it's growing, it's just getting stronger. Tell me more about King of Swords, the Three of Swords. Yeah, some sort of, this is a hope or fear section, okay? It does say, oh, do you see what it does? I know it's supposed to say smartest, but what's being shown to me as I look down at that card, I don't know if you can see that, it's test is what's being shown to me, which I'm not really fond of that word being used in. I'm not fond of saying, oh, you passed a test, but my goodness, you all, I think you passed a test, because there was some sort of heartbreak that you did go through that was, the hope was that it would put you in the King of Swords energy. Someone who's using their knowledge, their discipline, their effort to achieve whatever it is that they want. And there is a test that you went through. And you answered the call, and you more than passed, you graduated, like the whole school. You graduated. Now there's the world. Now there's the new chapter. So tell me about that seven of Wands. That's interesting. It's interesting because it's not something I would normally even talk about. the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel and the world both are saying that something is fixed, fated, fortunate for you to come about, especially with it coming out in the upright, because to me that means, hey, it's timing. The timing is right. I saw something else, but on the bottom, King of Wands. Whatever that challenge is about what it is that you're wanting to build, you're going to be able to do it with the King of Wands. That whatever it is, whatever you have to overcome, you will overcome it. You're going to be inspiring others also as you build. And I just see this turning into a completely new season for you. You know, it's like when more things become available to you because of this graduation, new beginnings. You've graduated. They just keep saying that you've graduated. And the Magician under that. The world at your fingertips. If you see that world card, literally is somebody that has the world at their fingertips. And they're telling you a timing card, if some of you all want to know about timing, because we have all this patience. They're saying within a few weeks, something is going to unfold within a few weeks. And they're pointing at the clock. They're pointing at the timing. So I have the hot air balloon with balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, to rise above, don't resist, new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension, view, elevate, feeling good. That card says ascension on it too. There was another card that said ascension on it. Which one was it? Oh, there was another card that had ascension on it. Maybe I didn't pick it. Maybe I didn't pull it out, but it said it on it. So, hot air balloon. Yeah, okay. That's what I have for you. So what I'm going to do, lots of 4s showing up. 4, 4, and 16. I'm going to pull an angel number message for you all. Then I'm going to wrap this up. And cook some dinner. I'm hungry. Talking about completions, right? But also your leadership skills, which is this King of Wands. Leadership skills. So it says you're ingenious. Nice. 222. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you're nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. I am balanced. 3. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. I am charismatic. So I'm charismatic. I am balanced. I am ingenious. And 44 does want to show itself. So I don't know. They just had me pull that off, and there you go. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination. Know that even greater success is going to come in the future. And affirm to yourself, I am supported. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. Bye.